Oh, well, I'm jamming out anyway, so hello. Hola. I'm just jamming. This music is by the very talented Electro Couture. I think that's how you say his name. If not, I'm sorry I butchered it. He also goes by Joey, and he's a very talented indie DJ from New Jersey, like me. I just finished, I think that's why my screen had swapped. I just finished putting his information in the description of this video. I was about to say episode because I've been in podcast mode. The link to his YouTube is linked in the description of this video / live stream. He's very cool. And yeah, he does live streams on Saturdays at 6-7 p.m. Eastern, and they're like live DJ streams. I have to hop on one when I'm not running around with my head cut off doing various things in my life with my projects. But yeah, I wanted to give him a shout out because he's very cool. So definitely check him out. But yeah, today, as you can tell, we are reacting to a lot of trailers, like a lot. I wanted to do like just binge them, really go wild. I think it's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I wrote down in my phone like 7 trailers to react to. Now, my other video or live stream, whatever you want to call it, it riled some feathers. I'll put it that way. People, they were not happy with what I had to say about the Woman King trailer. And honestly, right now, I kind of feel like maybe I should stop. Maybe I shouldn't do it anymore, you know? Maybe I should just not say anything ever. That'll fix things, right? Right? Well, I don't think it will. And I think the best thing to do nowadays would be for me to not back down from the ginormous wave that's coming at me. Because at the end of the day, I'm a small YouTuber. Like, I don't think anybody actually cares what I have to say. I'm just here, sorry if I hit the mic. I'm just here to chillax with you guys and give my thoughts, and if you don't like them, that's perfectly fine. I'm a free thinker. I am black but not black, and that's just a warning, I guess, for the future for people to even watch this, is that if you don't like what I have to say, you can just leave. I don't understand the mindset of I dislike this person and let me also waste my time and comment and like bother them when I could literally be doing anything else with my life. But whatever. Yeah. That's my quick thought on that. I'm so tempted to take the live stream down because I don't care about that trailer. I really don't. It's always the videos or live streams or whatever that I don't really care that much about or I'm just like, let's try it, because why not? And they blow up. And then I'm sitting here like, I don't even feel the need to defend this, because I don't have much to defend, because I don't really care that much anyway, you know? So, yeah. Also, I apologize if I look pale. I don't want to turn on the light above me, which would add a bit of color to my face, because it's hot. Also, I know my air conditioner is probably on right now and you can hear it. I just realized I didn't turn it off yet. I'll turn it off in a second. I just don't want to die. But anyway, whether I was right or wrong in that live stream, it's not the point, because today we are reacting to some new stuff that will definitely, it'll bother a lot of people. It will ruffle a lot of feathers, and I'm so excited because it's more views for me. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Because I seem to be stagnant at 300 subscribers. It's not going anywhere. And I know part of that's my fault, but I'm back. I'm doing this. I am trying to create content when I can each month, whatever that looks like, whether it's one video or a few live streams or whatever the heck I decide to do, because it's my channel. I promise to try to be consistent, so it would be great if my subscribe count could go up a bit going into 2023. But all that said, final thing I want to say is, as per usual, this live stream is sponsored by me, myself, and I. If you did not watch my previous video about live action Disney, do that after this live stream, because I made a funny sketch about my sponsorship of me, myself, and I. As per usual, all the links right here that I will leave. Oh my god, I can't point properly. I'm looking at myself and I still can't point properly. There we go. All the links, and these are not going away anytime soon with my live streams, but all the links to support me down below. I got a job, yay, but that does not mean that I would not gladly take donations to put towards my projects, because I have my books, my podcasts, whatever. Okay, promo done. So now we are going to react to some trailers. I put my my Black Panther t-shirt on. I have not read comics. Oh, let me put a disclaimer. Okay, let me turn this off. Apologies for the noise in the background from before. All right, we're gonna turn Rinks off for now, even though I love him. He's my future husband. Okay, so we're gonna say this, okay, for people that are watching, although they probably won't watch this all the way through. Before you comment and get triggered, okay, understand these are my opinions, and you can skedaddle along. Also, I have not read comics, but I did grow up on the cartoons of both Marvel and DC, so I sort of know what I'm talking about. Also, I'm a writer, so I kind of also know what I'm talking about when it comes to what I can sense from the trailer for the story. And most importantly, I am a human being with my own opinions, and if you don't like it, you can just scatter along. I'm trying to be very nice, which takes a lot of restraint on me. So yeah, anyway, for the fun people and free thinkers who want to see my reactions, let's do this. I put it in my watch later to try to put it in the actual order that I want to react to the trailers. So the first one we're gonna do is the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. So let me do my switcheroo. I still forget my buttons sometimes. All right, give me un momentos. Here we go. Nice. There we go. All right, so do not judge my watch laters. Okay, so we have our Rings of Power. Okay, before I start this channel reaction, let me go ahead and say, I grew up watching the Lord of the Rings movies. My parents watched them. Even though now that I'm older, I actually am more passionate or connected emotionally to these films than I think my parents are. I think they saw it at the time as like, hey, this is a cool thing, you know, whatever. But I just wanted to adjust the chat box. Jesus. Oh my god. Sorry. But yeah. So, in saying all that, I didn't read the books. Okay? Calm down. I'm working on it. I got to bomb biddle blabber and I couldn't get past that part, and then I checked out with the books. I love Tolkien, but I think he over describes things, and I just think even though he's an INFP like me, he could do a better job of getting to the point a bit quicker, in my opinion. Or maybe that's because nowadays our attention span is shorter. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so I say all that to say again, don't come at me. My last live stream, I'm still getting comments, even though I put a pin telling people I've heard it all, they still feel the need to tell me, hey, you suck. Not you suck, but like, you're stupid, or do a little research, or blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, thank you. Thank you. Are you subscribed to my channel now? No? Okay, thank you. Delightful. You're just so helpful. Okay, sorry, I'm procrastinating. All right, here we go. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Let's do this.
We thought the war, at last, was ended.
Okay, I think that's Galadriel.
Today, our days of peace begin.
Okay, let me just stop right here. Why does everything look like it's on a set? Like, you could watch Lord of the Rings even nowadays, and it was done in the 2000s, I believe, like 2005 maybe. And the CGI back then, some of it still holds up today, and yet this all already feels like it's on like a high school or college theater set. You know what I mean? It's wild. All right, let's keep going.
We thought our joys would be unending. We thought our light would never dim.
The skies are strange.
Oh, God. Okay, so... Let me just say this right now. Okay. I didn't read the books, so maybe I'm wrong. But, of my understanding, sort of, this show is not just connected to the books, but I believe it's connected to Peter Jackson's adaptation of Lord of the Rings. As a Black woman, I do not agree that there should be black elves, dwarves, hobbits, anything really. Because there was already diversity, which I've talked about this before when Kevin and I still had a podcast called Laughing at the World. There's already diversity in the world of Middle-earth. The diversity is in species, not skin color. But that can still represent diversity in our world. As far as we know, there is no other humanoid species like us. People could argue monkeys, but whatever. I do not think it is okay for people to try to take Tolkien's work or Peter Jackson's work and try to diversify it in the name of a fake form of self-righteousness that is not earned in any way, shape, or form. I know for certain that character right there to the right is a black elf, and that, of all the species being black, pisses me off the most, because even I remember when I would watch Galadriel being so regal and elegant and beautiful and whatever, like, when I think of elves, I think of, like, almost they're glowing. Like, they have to be fair-skinned because they're almost not even fair-skinned. They're just angelic looking. You can't pull that off with a Don Lemon lookalike, but not actor. Like, it's just not going to work for me. And that's just what I have to say about that. And I don't want to hear people start to tell me that, like, somehow orcs represented black people, because that's racist.
It is here, Galadriel. The moment we feared.
Wait a second. Wasn't that orb thing? Okay, like I said, I don't really care that there are people of color in this world because, again, it's pandering. Whatever. I think the only reason why they haven't tried to remake Narnia yet is because there happen to be people of color in the movie. I don't know about in the book. I haven't read Chronicles of Narnia in a hot second. But not every story is going to have people of color in it. I know. Amazing. It's just like the Black Panther situation where it's like, I didn't expect there to be a lot of white people in Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Like, in certain situations, you understand that certain cultures, races, whatever, like, that's the focus. And last time I checked, Tolkien, like, took a lot of inspiration from, like, European cultures, Welsh, Celtic, all of that. So, like, tell me where, like, African and Jamaican and, like, Puerto Rican and Cuban, like, where's that fit in? Tell me where that fits in. Where'd that fit in? Anyway, she's touching that orb thing. Wasn't that the thing that Sauron touched that Gandalf specifically said, like, don't use stuff like that because then the eye, Saruman, he would, like, or sorry, I'm mixing up their names. I do that a lot. Sorry. Anyway, the eye, Sauron's eye, there we go. Sauron would be able to kind of like peekaboo, you know? Like it was like almost sending a like, hello, you know, text message to Sauron, and Saruman was like, no, it's fine. And that's when Gandalf's like, red flags were starting to go off where it's like, you're tampering with something that like is connected to evil and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think that's weird that now Galadriel is doing that in this show. I could be wrong. Erica said Netflix is remaking Narnia. Of course they are. Of course they are. Of course they are. Of course they are.
The moment we feared.
Somehow that this shot, not this one. First of all, that looks like a ripoff of the shot with Arwen and Aragorn, but whatever, it's fine. Nope, not here. Here. Okay, let me just. Okay, well, not that shot, but the guy that's like, I don't know why, but that scene it's not as impactful as in the Two Towers where like Aragorn and the one king guy and Legolas, like they're fighting like 10,000 orcs. Like it felt so impactful. Why does most of this feel like it's on a set? It's so weird. I miss practical effects. I miss practical locations. I miss practical battle scenes. I miss all of it. Even the battle scene in Narnia in the first one was better, and that was mostly CGI, sort of. Like I don't know. This just feels like it's lacking heart. I can't explain it. It's just a feeling. That's just blasphemous. But well, okay, sure. Yeah. I mean, Tolkien, of my understanding, probably wouldn't have liked Peter Jackson's version either. You know, authors are kind of like that. Like, it's their creation and they don't really want anybody else to adapt it or whatever. I think because of my current state, if someone wanted to adapt any of my stories, I wouldn't even ask why. I would just say yes. Of course, I'd be concerned of the writing, but overall, just the idea that someone wants to adapt my work into a movie or a show or whatever, I'd be like, hell yeah, let's go. But I don't know, that's just me.
Evil does not sleep. It waits.
Okay, so sorry. Okay, that was a bad pause. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so Oh, I missed it. Whatever. So there was a joke going around, and I get it now, of that's Saruman. That's the his name was Christopher Lee, I believe. Sorry. I can't keep all the actors' names in my head 24/7, but Christopher Lee's character Saruman, that's him. I guess as a teen angsty Eminem, as people were making fun of on Twitter. And it's funny. It's really funny. You would think by cutting his hair, it would make him less intimidating, but it doesn't. I think also making him so young kind of doesn't help. And I think also his face, like he looks constipated, does not help.
It waits.
Like he looks constipated. He doesn't look evil. Like the thing about people who play any evil character, if you're really good at it, you shouldn't have to be almost like contorting your face like this. There are evil people all the time in films and shows, and they don't do much. One of my favorite villains who almost would never make a face like this is Moriarty from the Sherlock Holmes TV show on the BBC. One of my favorite villains. And most of the time he's laughing, he's smiling, and just being an absolute like crazy person. But what makes him intimidating is the fact that he doesn't really take himself or Sherlock, I guess, seriously, because he already knows that he's won, or he feels like he's won. So this is just play for him. Like, that's more intimidating than someone who looks like they're about to start singing like Machine Gun Kelly to me or something like that. You know what I mean? Oh boy.
Beyond the darkness, tempting shadow to bury us all beneath the mountain.
Okay, so I know there's gonna be a black female dwarf, and then I'm gonna regret everything that's about to come out of my mouth. But the dwarves so far look good, so that's something. I wanted to read some of you guys' comments because I am just going at it right now. Debsy K said, to think Amazon put in $1 billion into this first season and wasted it angers me so much. Yeah, especially when I think the original Lord of the Rings movies had even less of a budget. Erica J said the battle scenes in Narnia hold up so well. They do. The part where like the music cuts out, right, and you're just hearing the heartbeat, and then the sound comes right back in as everybody hits each other. Great. You didn't have to do that for a kids film, but you did do that, and for that we applaud it. Erica J said, honestly, I'm neutral on this until it actually comes out. I usually wait until I see something to decide whether I like it or don't like it, unless it's Twilight. I don't think that had a chance. It didn't. It did not. I still have my reaction to Breaking Dawn Part 1 with my friends. Hopefully I'll edit it by the end of this year as a Christmas present to you guys. And then hopefully I'll react to the final one, maybe with my brother. And then we can finally be done with Twilight. The thing is, with anything that comes out nowadays, Hollywood and the studios have shown us at this point that we cannot trust them. So that's why I'm being so cynical about this. And especially since it's Lord of the Rings, of all things, that has created such a cultural moment in time that the closest thing that people can compare it to is Dune coming out. Like that, this level of historical momentum, not only with the book coming out so many years ago, but the movie. And now them trying to replicate it, I just feel like there's no point. I feel like anything that's already been made, chances are it doesn't need to be remade. It really doesn't. I think I think we've gone past the point of still being nice to Hollywood and studios about them respecting the content they're making, especially when it's already been produced before and they're just regurgitating it in a different shade of color. Literally. Really, Hollywood should be investing in writers who have something new to tell and have a new story to tell, including myself. Not that I would work in Hollywood, but yeah, I'm going to be cynical, and I'm not going to watch this show probably. I'll gladly watch other people watch the show, like if Jay Longbone or EFAP or Muller or Nerdrotic or just anyone else that I would love to collaborate with someday. If they decided to tell me, like, this is what happened, I'd be like, not surprising. Also, critical drinker, he'll probably tell it in a more drunken way. But anyway, those are just my thoughts, you know. I respect people who still give Hollywood a shot. You are the kindest of human beings. We need you in this world. But unfortunately, I have now sided with the cynics as well.
He has not one name, but many.
Have you heard of him, lad? Have you heard of Sauron?
If that's supposed to be Sauron, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. You know I'm not scared because I'm just going to call the Ghostbusters. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call the Ghostbusters on his butt, okay? I'm not afraid. You know why I'm not afraid? Because he's in the light, okay? A lot of times when we saw even the Wraiths, it was cloudy or it was dark, and that's part of what made them scary. Also, we couldn't see the faces, but that part I'm not sure if they're going to do or not with Sauron. I don't know. And they're probably also going to, like, it's probably not actually going to be that monster creature we just saw. It's probably actually going to be the kid or something. And somehow he's going to be misunderstood. Because evil can't just be evil anymore. It has to always be misunderstood, which I think is stupid. Like, some things are just plain evil, and we should keep it at that and not try to excuse it or even empathize with it because it doesn't give a crap about you. Like, there's just some evil in this world or stories that just cannot be excused, empathized with. Like Sauron literally, he wants to destroy Middle-earth. And he'll gladly kill anybody. Anybody. Like, I think people forget about the Two Towers where, like, he manipulated Saruman to then manipulate these raiders, whatever, ravages, whatever, to, like, slaughter a town or two or whatever of, like, children and women and men. But children is where it gets to me. Like, yeah, no. No, that's where we always cross the line, is with children. No. But I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong about that. But something tells me they're going to try to do the bait and switch, because that's always what they do nowadays with villains. Villains are no longer evil and scary. They're just sad and misunderstood.
If the evil rising is left unchecked, it will take us all. Find the light, and the shadow will not find you. Together we can survive this!
Oh, the costumes look so cheap. Or maybe it was just that one shot, but why do the costumes look so cheap? Ugh.
Fight with me.
Okay, two things, okay? Recently I subscribed to this fabulous woman known as the Authentic Observer, and she did a wonderful and way better dissection of Warrior Galadriel and how that's a slap in the face to women and femininity, and I quite agree. Galadriel, to me, was always a very elegant person. She made me want to be more elegant. Her and Maleficent, which are two different moral sides, but nonetheless, for some reason, women who are in royalty, who are queens, goddesses, whatever, somehow that's seen as embarrassing, somehow, compared to a warrior. Mind you, a warrior does not have as much power, especially politically, versus a queen. But okay. I love a badass chick who can kick butt. Okay, we're gonna react to She-Hulk at some point. I'm gonna explain to you how I loved her, and how Marvel has ruined her. But with Galadriel, no, just no. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say no and go watch Authentic Observer talk about it because she nails it right on the head, better than I could. So, yeah. Other thing is, still don't like black elves. Still not on board. One of my biggest crushes when I was young was Legolas. Loved Orlando Bloom. Okay, and I am not okay with them deciding that elves are no longer fair skin, just in the name of diversity. This is not only, it's not even pandering, it is condescending. And I'm not just talking about Lord of the Rings. I'm talking about any character who originally was white and now is black, Spanish, whatever. This is condescending the way an adult talks to a child having a tantrum. Like, "Oh, I know you're upset. Let me give you this toy. Let me give you this ice cream. That'll make you feel better." It's like, no. At least for me, no. I'm tired of people of color, especially black people. And I hate using the word people of color because that colored actually was a slur. But anyway, I'm tired of black people being treated like children. Especially when some of us are grown-ass adults. I'm tired of black people accepting being treated by children, by Hollywood and the government, but by Hollywood, who gives you literally, as Eric July says, sloppy seconds for a character. Instead of giving you an original character with depth and passion and compellingness and intrigue, no, we're just going to give you a character that was already written and we're just going to paint it black. It's disrespectful, and I won't have it. I'll have black elves, but just not in Lord of the Rings. I literally have a dark fantasy story in my collection of stories that I hope to write before I die, and one of them literally has people of color as elves. I have no problem with that. My problem is you're doing it in here where the cultural inspiration is Welsh and European and Celtic and all the other of probably mostly light-skinned people, aka fair-skinned white people, whatever. I don't like this. I really don't, and I'm tired of it. I said it. Cancel me. Yell at me in the comments. I don't care.
Each of us must decide who...
Oh my god, there it is. Oh god, we'll get to that in a second.
Each of us.
There she is. Not only is it a female dwarf who, of my understanding, I guess doesn't have a beard, which I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not gonna talk on that because I don't know. And is also black, so, or Indian, can't tell. Whatever. And then we also have our interracial, because why not? It's not like we didn't have a metaphor for interracial with Aragorn and Arwen, because, you know, Arwen was an elf and Aragorn was a man. Like, it's not like we had that. It's fine. I'm fine.
Must decide who we shall be.
There can be no trust
That
between
CGI
hammer
looks
and
garbage.
rock. Eventually, one or the other must surely break.
You have been told many lies of Middle-earth.
How dare you? All right, you know what? Stream's over. Stream's over. Stream's over. You know what? I was going to be chill. Okay? Okay? I'm tired because it's hot. Okay? I just finished training for my job today. Okay? And y'all not only are just making sure to piss off every fan of Lord of the Rings, people who have read the books, people who love Tolkien, people who like the movies, people who like the memes, whatever. Like, you are just trying to piss off every motherfucker, I swear to God, by bringing the Balrog into this now. Not only, okay, is that, I don't know, not necessary, but now you are literally pulling from the movie by Peter Jackson, okay, with the design, by the way, with little differences, and also the books, probably. So this is the biggest FU I've ever seen in a trailer. It's unbelievable. That's all I have to say. I'm not watching the rest of this. Screw you. I'm not watching the rest of it. Didn't I already dislike this? Oh, I didn't? Okay. Well, you know what? Actually, let me go, because I'm petty. Let me go. Give me a second, guys. Let me go to Prime, the actual root of this, and dislike it. That's what I'm going to do. Because I stand in solidarity with everyone else that we're not doing this. We're not taking this. I'm not taking this. So, whoops, not that. Yeah, we're done. That can go bye-byes. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. All right. Are you ready for more cringe? Are we ready for some more cringe? Yeah. All right, this is called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. It's a comedy horror that I saw. I watched the first trailer. I don't know if I watched this trailer. I might have also seen this trailer, but I want to react to it again here. It has Pete Davidson in it. Lee Pace for some reason. That's very weird because he's like the oldest out of all of them. Amandla Steinberg, or however you say her name. She played Rue in the Hunger Games, basically. So I thought I'd react to it. I thought really I would just bring this to your attention because I've basically seen it already. So you guys can see how silly this looks and how hard, like, the horror genre or horror comedy are trying. They're trying so hard. Bless them.
You don't have to be nervous. I'm not nervous.
Wow, how so impressive.
You're impressive. They're gonna be obsessed with you. They're not as nihilistic as they look on the internet. You guys, this is me.
Oh, whoa.
Is this your first relationship? Oh, no. You just kind of give that vibe. But you know that has weed in it, right?
Silence!
Who wants to play Bodies, Bodies, Bodies?
Okay, so look, like, he's the oldest there, and he's like around young adults, maybe teenagers. That's very weird to me. This is weird. This is very weird. I don't like it. Of course, you have the whole Gen Z diversity. Ooh, that rhymed. That's how you know I'm a real poet. Boom. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, my bike's, it's flying away. Hold on. Let me adjust it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. I mentioned Pete Davidson's in this. He hasn't popped up yet, but he will, unfortunately. What was the other thing I wanted to say? Okay, so I think this looks silly because, as you're going to see, this movie basically is like, look, we're making fun of Gen Z. We're making fun of them and showing how, like, in a real murder mystery, whatever, like, they would have so much trouble because, you know, Gen Z, But I can't tell if the movie's actually self-aware enough to do that. Because if they were, I would actually applaud them. But I have a feeling they're not going to do that. And this isn't the only trailer I'm going to react to where I'm like, they could be onto something. Or because it's Hollywood and they're extremists and up their own buttholes, they may not do that. And this trailer is supposed to trick us into thinking that people actually still have brains in Hollywood and self-awareness and humility and creativity. So
how do you play?
If you draw the piece of paper that has the X on it,
You are the murderer.
let's go.
Cool.
And if you're the murderer, you have to kill someone by touching them on the back.
The most important part, if you come across a body, you have to yell,
Body, body, body!
Wow. Is that the lights?
David!
Our friend is dead.
Someone's doing this. They're trying to kill us off one by one.
That would be so obvious if I were the killer.
Taking off my clothes in the window for the neighbor.
Where are you?
Hot girl.
How long have you known her? What are you talking about?
Jordan, what are you doing? I'm staying safe. Really? Because it looks like you're grabbing a meat cleaver to go look for my boyfriend.
You just watch your girl.
You pushed her! Liar!
You just want to be me.
What is happening?
Is that all you got, mother?
I brought something.
What is it?
It's zucchini bread.
Yum.
I'm a hot girl, pop girl, rich girl. I'm a
like, see what I mean? And then I think the other official trailer, like, you have the girls being like, oh my gosh, you're so toxic. Oh my gosh, you're gaslighting me. Like, all the unfortunately popular terms people are using without actually having a degree in psychology or just basic self-awareness and common sense and intuition. So, I don't know. It looks like maybe they're trying to make fun of Gen Z, but I doubt it. I so doubt that. But maybe it's not going to be bad. So I'm not going to rip into it because I don't know much about it. But I just wanted to give you guys a little taste of our current situation of films, which is that it's not great. But I don't know. All right. Now, the next one is Teen Wolf. Now, I will start out by saying, okay, listen up. Hey, listen up. Listen. So, I really like Teen Wolf. I really like Teen Wolf from MTV with Tyler Posey and my boy, the little Brian. Woot woot. Okay. I like that show. It's not even a guilty pleasure because I'm not guilty. I just love it. So, I love the show. I watch it each year when I can, the same way I watch Avatar: The Last Airbender each year. I love it because, unlike Riverdale, it's actually a decent written YA show. Up until, like, season whatever. But for the most part, it's still way better, I think, than Riverdale. I think Dylan O'Brien is the best actor on that show. That's how, when I saw him in, was it Maze Runner? No. It was the Love and Monsters movie. When that trailer came out, I knew it was probably going to be good because Dylan O'Brien is a great actor. He's an underrated actor, and I will say this until I die. Everyone on that show is a pretty good actor. My other favorite actress on that show is the redhead. I can't think of her name right now, but she's a great actress on that show. And she actually becomes one of my favorite characters, Lydia, I believe. But anyway, I really like Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf inspired me to write the story I'm working on now for my webcomic about were-tigers. So I really like the show. So when I found out, somehow, I forgot how, I think it just popped up in my feed on YouTube, that they made a movie of the show, I'm just like, bro, why? Why? This is literally not necessary. Like, you, unlike most shows nowadays, ended it kind of on a decent note. But doing this, especially when, of my understanding, some of the actors and their characters are coming back to the show, so now it's in universe of the show that I like. No. Stop doing this. I can't stand it. So I wanted to react to it to see if it's bad. So just mind my nostalgia for a bit, cause mind you, Teen Wolf also it introduced me to a lot of indie people I listen to now. So like Amber Run, Aurora, what's her name? Ruel, I think that's how you say it. Like, it introduced me to some pretty sick, I think, indie, alternative, whatever you want to call it, artists. Like, the soundtracks to Teen Wolf are actually pretty good compared to most CW shows nowadays. I just, okay, I'm gonna watch it. Why is the quality so bad?
We opened a door to another world. And something came out with us.
There's something out there. Everyone's afraid, and it's getting worse.
What is everyone afraid of?
Oh my god, they're bringing literally almost all the actors back except for the one that died. I won't say who that is, and the one that just, I guess, up and left. I honestly have no idea what happened to her. They literally brought back like the whole cast. I think maybe Dylan O'Brien is in this. If not, then they're definitely not getting people to watch this. I'm not even gonna watch it, okay? I love the show, like I said. I'm not watching this because I love it that much. I'm not watching this, okay? Also, I don't have Paramount Plus, but like, they brought back all the characters and they're doing exactly what each season started to do, which is how the show kind of stopped being as good. I mean, I still like it, but it's like, you opened a portal to the other world. You awakened a monster. You awakened this ancient curse or witchcraft or whatever. Now we got to deal with it in our small town or in Mexico, which did happen. And you're just like, okay. But they're literally doing it again. They're just doing it in a movie this time, which is even dumber because, at least with a TV show, you can really go through the arc of what they're dealing with, where like a movie, you got to cut a bunch of stuff out. And I don't know who approved of this, but I want to punch them.
Strife and pain.
Hey, Allison, she's alive. She's back.
Oh my god.
And how far are you willing to go to stop a war?
Well, I think it's already started.
I hate this. I hate it. Okay, I was trying not to spoil it, but yes, Allison did die. And now they are so desperate. They are digging at the bottom of the barrel. Allison died in season 3. Mind you, they have like 6 or 7 seasons. Like, she was gone for a bit. At least half of the whole series. I don't know if that one guy looked like Dylan O'Brien. May have not been him. He may have been smart enough to say, I'm not coming back to this garbage. Mind you, his character styles is kind of significant to the story. He's like the Sokka of Avatar: The Last Airbender. You take him out, not a smart idea. He's like the Mushu of Mulan. You take him out, not a smart idea. So, yeah. Nope. Okay. I was right. This is stupid. Okay. Next. Alright. The next one is Don't Worry, Darling. I guess that's how you say it. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And it has Harry Styles, Florence Pugh, Olivia Wilde, Chris Pine, and those are basically the important actors. The, ones you can, immediately know, oh, I know who that is. This is one of them where I'm like, this looks promising, but here's my issue, right? It can easily be turned into some feminist, annoying, waterboarding about housewives. It's directed by Olivia Wilde, who is right now dating Harry Styles, which I think is a bit weird. I'm not against cougars, I guess, because one of my favorite couples is Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa. However, the fact that they were working on this together and also now dating is a bit weird. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, as you're going to see, it has promise, but it is on a very thin line of promise before going into pandering.
I'm so sorry I forgot to tell you, but you're not feeling very well. And the only way to cure it is if we stay home all day and I tend to you and kiss you and cook for...
Bye.
Security level, yellow. All residents safe and accounted for.
Victory is safe and secure. Here you can live the life you deserve. We can all live the life.
Frank has built something truly special. What he's created out here, it's a different way. A better way.
Victory has things money can't buy. I live next door. You wouldn't believe the things I've heard. Jack and Alice only have time for each other.
What is the enemy of progress?
Chaos.
Yeah. Nasty word. Chaos.
The one thing they ask of us is to stay here, where it's safe.
I was here when you got here?
Yeah. You sleep in the bedroom.
That's good, just breathe. Most of my patients have had nightmares. I have some pills I can prescribe for that.
Violet, where did you meet Bill?
We met on a train
To Boston.
You dropped your ticket, and he bent down, picked it up, gave it to you, right?
Thank you for your loyalty.
Not everyone gets this opportunity.
What are we doing?
Changing the world.
What are we doing?
Changing the world.
They're lying about everything.
Keep calm and carry on.
I gave you all of this, Alice!
It's all about control.
Whose world is this? Ours!
I know exactly who you are.
You don't get to take that from me! Alice, go!
I've been waiting for someone like you, someone to challenge me. Like a good girl.
All right, so these are my thoughts. One, Harry Styles. All right, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I really don't want to deal with people in the comments. Two, Chris Pine. Okay, I love him. I always will. Okay, I don't care how old he gets. I will love him since Princess Diaries 2. Okay, and you can't take that away from me. He does a marvelous job, and maybe it's just his eyes or his eyebrows. I don't know. He just has a wonderful essence about him that just fits a villain. And I hope he plays more villains because it fits him so well. Like, I love him. Okay. Two, this could easily be interpreted with housewives, with social experiments, with women being oppressed, blah, blah, blah. Not saying none of those things happened, because they all did. But I don't like that it is writing a fine line between this is some wild Midsummer, M. Night Shyamalan, like, weird twist of what's actually going on thing, mixed with Get Out, and it's all just social commentary in a barely decent, like, thriller, mystery, horror, whatever. I don't like that it's writing that line so closely, because it looks interesting if some of the dialogue wasn't, like, so obnoxious. Like, where he says, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Right here. Give me a sec.
I've been waiting for someone like you, someone to challenge me. Like a good girl.
I don't like that. I don't like that. That's why I'm nervous. That's why I'm like, this is probably not going to be good. Because what kind of dialogue is that? I've been waiting for someone to challenge me like you, like a good little girl. It's like, I don't even know if people in the 1940s talked like that to women. I don't know. I feel like they had a bit more subtlety or pizzazz, but maybe not. I don't know. I didn't live during those times. I just wish I lived during the 80s. But anyway, yeah, I don't... This trailer could be good. It could also be a car crash. I like the idea that it could be a social experiment. The idea that everybody was kidnapped, brainwashed, whatever. You know, maybe the whole thing is just that, like, psychologists, like, they need to, like, modern day psychologists, they need to gain better understanding of, like, natural biology or households, whatever. So they take all these people and, like, throw them into this social experiment. Okay. It could also be just like Chris Pine, who's in charge of this whole experiment, and he just wants to be misogynist towards women. It's like, I don't care for that. I really don't. That's stupid. Yeah, it could be good. I know some people ripped on Harry Styles for acting. I think he has potential, and I actually think he's not that bad. To be totally frank, I feel like out of most people around my age group who could probably get a bit better at acting, I would say Zendaya, but please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I really do like her, and she's pretty, but, like, some of the acting she could work on. So yeah, I don't know. I think the most talented of my generation is Timothée Chalamet, but that's just me because I've actually watched a bunch of his films so far. Besides, like, Call Me By Your Name, I haven't watched that yet. But, yeah. I don't know. It could be good. It could be cringe. That's my frustration with that trailer, and that's how I feel. Okay, we're down. Okay, I don't even know if anybody's still watching the stream, but we are down to the top 3, the ones you came for. We got Shazam, we got Black Panther, and She-Hulk. Are we ready? Oh, people are gonna come for me on these. Here we go. If they even watch all the way to the end. I think I was smart this time to put the more controversial ones. Actually, that's a lie, because I put the Lord of the Rings one at the beginning. Anyway, whatever. All right, we're going to watch Shazam.
I'm an idiot.
Okay, so I already watched this trailer. I'll warn you. I already watched the trailer. I did not watch the Black Panther trailer. That one, I'm very curious my thoughts on that one. The She-Hulk one, I kind of saw the teaser trailer. This one, I already watched, but I wanted to give my, like, breakdown of my thoughts. My first thought is I love Zachary Levi, and I love him as Chuck. I really do. I love him as Flynn Rider. I forgot what else he's been in, but I do like him as an actor and kind of as a person, but he's getting older, and I thought I would never say that about an actor. But you can tell from this one shot, he is getting older. And, like, the best thing is, like, either for them to try to, like, either DH him or just maybe don't pick him to play Shazam. Because when I grew up on the DC cartoons of Justice League and then Young Justice with Shazam, like, Billy Batson's already young because he's a kid. And then Shazam himself, he's also kind of young. Like, he's, like, in his 30s, I always thought. But Zachary's, like, in his 40s. We can see those gray hairs in there. That makeup's not fixing it. I don't know. It's a pet peeve of mine that I just was like, wow, Zachary's really getting old. Like, maybe someone else should play him, you know? Like, play Shazam, I mean. It's nothing against Zachary. It really isn't. But certain characters you can only play for a certain amount of time before you just get too old. Like, I think Robert Downey Jr. is the exception because Tony got older with Robert. But, like, certain characters like Captain America, Chris Evans, even if he wanted to keep playing Captain America, at some point he would have to stop because he just wouldn't look young anymore. You just wouldn't. I know that's hard for some people who love him to believe, but at some point he just wouldn't look young anymore. And same thing goes for Shazam. Like, Billy Batson, I think, gets older, but Shazam doesn't. Like, I think he stays the same age. And that's not true for Zachary. As I can say, I kind of see some of the gray hairs. And that's great that you have gray hairs. It shows that you have wisdom and stress. Same. But, you know, it also means that you're getting older and you may not be able to play this character much longer. And of my understanding, DC is not going to stop with these characters. So, yeah, I don't know. That's my little thought.
It's showtime! I don't deserve these powers, if I'm being honest. Like, what am I even contributing?
I don't care for the CGI, but most CGI is still somehow in superhero films not great. So I'm not really I'm not really upset about that. I just remembered though, the song they used for this, I think it's Eminem. I don't listen to Eminem. Somehow it doesn't fit to me for this trailer. I can't explain it. The trailer for the first Shazam, which was Humble with Kendrick Lamar, somehow that fit more than this song. And I can't explain it, but I just was not vibing with the song. I just wasn't.
Ow! There's already a superhero with a red suit with a lightning bolt on it. Aquaman is literally...
I love how we are officially agreeing that the Flash, Aquaman, whatever, like, they're in the same universe. And yet, like, at the same time, somehow, when, like, these characters are facing, like, monumental stuff, people like Shazam are nowhere to be found. Like, the whole Justice League thing, like, Shazam is just nowhere to be found. It's like, the world literally almost ended. But, okay. This is great. It's great. Someone also commented on Twitter that it was funny that Ezra Miller's his face isn't shown as the Flash in this trailer, which I also think is funny because he's in a bit of a mess. Enough of a mess that not even Barry Allen can go back in time and fix. So.
really huge and he's so manly. And Batman is so cool. And I'm just me.
That's a lot of car damage that people have to deal with. This always bothered me about superhero films. Just mind this quick rant. I never cared for superhero films where they never really show you, like, the damage and what it costs. The only people who kind of tried to deal with that was in Spider-Man Homecoming with Tony Stark, but it only ended up making Tony look more like an asshole. Because it put people who deal with construction and cleanup and destruction and whatever, like, it put them out of jobs. So I don't find that funny anymore, especially as an adult who pays bills, you know, who doesn't have a car right now but usually would have a car. I I would not like that, you know, I'm working minimum wage, you know, I just bought a car to barely, like I just bought like a used car that I'm trying to take care of because inflation sucks right now. And I go outside and my car is a hot, loving mess thanks to Shazam. I would be pissed off. I'd be so pissed, I'd be willing to fight Shazam. And I have no powers. None. But I'd be willing to die that day because I'm barely holding on as it is. And I just don't find this funny anymore. I don't find it funny when people like crash people's cars and stuff in trailers for superhero films. I'm like, that's someone's insurance now. That sucks. Like, and maybe that's me being a party pooper, but like, that's not funny anymore to me. It's like, someone has to deal with that, you know? Which is why I thought that, which we're gonna get to, I always thought that She-Hulk could offer the opportunity to deal with all of the destruction that superheroes have caused. Like, that's what she takes on. She takes on cases of people, of superheroes who have destroyed people's lives, and to try to actually help them. And, like, she realizes, like, superheroes kind of suck. And, like, let me actually help people and not just, you know, fight a bad guy or something. You know what I mean? Like, actually do attorney stuff. But God forbid I ask for decent storytelling from Marvel nowadays. God forbid. Or DC. Anyway.
I feel like a fraud. It doesn't matter. Anyway, the wizard gave me superpowers. And then everybody got superpowers. Where's everyone going?
To fight crime?
Okay.
I like the family unit. Like, I love that. I love seeing more healthy families getting along in superhero or any film for that matter. My issue, actually, which I had this issue in the first Shazam, is the actor who plays Billy should have switched with the actor who plays Eddie, I think. Because the actor who plays Eddie actually has similar charisma to Zachary Levi, which then fits the personality staying the same, just being an older person. You know what I'm saying? I think they should have switched those actors around. And people might have already said this, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents because obviously everyone cares what I have to say.
Now everyone's kind of like doing their own thing, and I'm the only one trying to keep it together.
You understand I'm a pediatrician, right?
Come on!
See, I would have chuckled at that joke, but unfortunately, when I was watching the show Prodigal Son, they kind of already did this joke. So, doesn't work twice.
Listen to me, Billy. The fate of your world depends on it. The daughters of Atlas are coming for you.
Okay, I think this is hilarious, okay? I think this is so funny to me. The daughters of, what was it? Atlantis, right? Okay, let me just back up. Sorry, hold on.
The daughters of Atlas are coming for you.
Of Atlas. Okay, sorry. It wasn't Atlantis. Anyway, I love how the goddesses of Atlas, whatever, is an old elderly woman and a middle-aged Chinese woman. Hilarious. The other thing is, of course it's women. Of course it's women. Because God forbid we get Shazam to just fight Black Adam. Like, I know they're making a Black Adam film, which I think is stupid, by the way. And I talk about it in the podcast with my brother and I called Johnson's Inc. Not only is it stupid because they're not even going to try to do the Joker thing and like do an actually serious villain arc. It's supposed to be taken as some like dark comedy stuff, which does not work with someone like his character. They're also trying to make him seem like he's not actually a villain, but he also is. Hate that. Already said that earlier this stream. Shazam and Black Adam, like they're each other's like arch nemesis last time I checked. So I don't understand why they just can't do that. Like, I don't understand why they're padding this confrontation. I can't speak today. It's silly. I mean, if they want to do this, whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna see this, to be honest with you. I thought the first one was fine, you know. I think this one's going to be less than fine. Like, it's not gonna be bad, but it's also not gonna be good. And because of that, people are gonna think it's great, because that's where we are, where bare minimum is great. Okay. I don't know. Also, again, the Eminem song, it's not fitting with how serious this is supposed to be. But mind you, Shazam is like a comedy. Like, I don't know. I feel like, I hate to compare. No, I don't. I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy did this better. Like, they did the comedy, but still take, like, yourself seriously to a certain extent. And I feel like DC, like, is doing a watered-down version of it, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense this stream.
Children stole the power of all the gods. This is very personal, Billy.
Okay, they said Atlas, but I could have sworn he said Atlantis, because they're dressed like Atlantean. I'm so confused. Did I get it wrong?
Look, I might not have as much experience as you, because I'm not super old like you, but I've seen all of the Fast and the Furious movies, lady. It's all about family! Family!
Okay, these forced jokes need to die. It's funny they mentioned Fast and the Furious, and it's probably on purpose, because she was in some of those films as Jason Statham's mom. I love Jason Statham. Helen Mirren is an amazing actress, and I'm sad that she's in this film. She did better in being in the Fast and Furious than she probably will in this film, to be totally honest with you. And that's saying something. But that's not funny. I don't know why he expected his family to just appear unless they have psychic links now or something. It's dead air.
Guys, that was a signal!
Introducing
Oh, I guess they were supposed to be around the corner.
star of our show. His name is Shazam!
Like, see, this could have been a really cool shot. But it's not. Because the Eminem song is throwing me off. And it's pissing me off. Also, why does it look like he has extra padding? Like, I know they all have extra padding. But he definitely looks like, the blue one definitely looks like he has extra padding in the middle. Especially in his thighs. Why does it seem so disproportionate with the padding? That's weird. Okay.
Your world will not survive this.
Tentacles? No, they'll survive, you know, because anime exists. They'll be fine.
I don't know how we fight powers like this.
You think I know how to fix this, dude, but I really don't.
Billy, everyone can be worthy. Let's give it a chance.
I mean, I like that they're using magic, you know, because I think even though Marvel has magic, which Doctor Strange, which the sequel was so stupid, and I talked about that again in the podcast with my brother, Johnson's Inc. But DC, I felt, always had more magic from the get-go. It had more magic. It had more extraordinary people. This is what my brother and I talked about in the podcast. DC is about gods becoming men, and Avengers about men becoming gods. Like, DC from the get-go is just fantastical. Like, you have aliens, you have witchcraft magicians, whatever. You have speedsters, you have metahumans. Like, you have all this fantastical stuff out the get-go. You have gods, okay? I mentioned aliens. And so it's great that they're introducing magic, I guess, more, especially with Shazam, who is kind of basically magic of sorts. I don't know. I kind of wish they connected Shazam and Wonder Woman, because they're big on magic and gods. And I don't understand why they didn't mesh those together. Like, Wonder Woman works with Shazam. Or even mentors him. Boom, I created a better movie. You're welcome.
Now go fight for your family. Go fight for the world.
Wait, is that chick Satana? I hope not. Please don't touch her. Please. Please don't touch her. Please.
I just threw a truck at a dragon. I love my life.
I'm getting tired of this self-awareness in superhero films. It's getting real I'm actually, you know what? I'm not even tired. I'm just agitated at this point. I'm tired of the self-awareness. I get it's a comedy, but you don't have to be that self-aware. You really don't. Especially when you're not self-aware enough to know that this movie could be better and it's not. No. Nope. 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 No, Eminem, you cannot. Also, get out of the Rings of Power. Nobody invited you. I don't know. I'm not mad at Shazam the way I'm probably going to be mad at She-Hulk or Black Panther. I just am indifferent. And that's not necessarily a good thing, though. All right, let's see. Oh, hello everyone who has joined the live stream. I've just been ranting and raving. I can't see. Where's the button? Okay, there we go. All right, so I went out of my way, okay? Look at me. I went out of my way to not watch this trailer to make sure that I didn't see a lick of it. And though people talked about what was in the trailer, I at least did not watch the trailer, okay? I did that on purpose because I wanted clean cut, original, first take interpretation of the trailer, which means I may not talk during the trailer. I may just watch it first time through and then watch it again and give my thoughts. So I will warn you for the dead space of myself. But I have not watched this yet, and God, I'm nervous. All right, here we go. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Little darling, don't shed no tear. No woman, no cry. Good friends we have, and good friends we've lost along the way. In this great future, you can't forget your past. So dry your tears, I say. Of course it's during my birthday month.
Here's your problem.
Oh God, sorry. Okay. Hold on. Oh God. Okay, here we go. Oh God, I don't want to deal with the comments. But as a black woman, I need to speak my truth. Okay, so Okay. Let's go through this so I don't forget anything, cuz I got some stuff to say and I could be wrong, but also as a black woman, I can't be wrong. So shut up.
No cry. No woman, no cry.
I love the dreadlocks, by the way. That was the thing about the first Black Panther is I really did like, believe it or not, I know crazy because everyone thinks I'm a race traitor, but I actually really did like the different hairstyles of black women, especially with Nakia. I thought it was very nice. Anyway.
Little darling, don't shed no tear. No woman, no.
Okay, this reminded me of Get Out for some reason, and I don't know why. I'm not laughing at the culture. I think African culture is dope, and I definitely think it should be shown more in positive ways. I don't know why this reminded me of Get Out. I can't explain it. I'm like, okay.
Good friends we have, and good friends we've lost. Along the way, in this great future, you can't forget your past.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm having a stroke. Somehow I didn't expect Wakanda to be by the ocean. I know that sounds weird. And it's more just a nitpick. It's not like we're breaking continuity here. I just didn't think that Wakanda was by the water, so that's fascinating. Also, I have a very concerning feeling that I'm gonna bring up in a sec. I just want to get through this trailer.
So dry your tears, I say.
Oh yeah, who are these people? And you guys can let me know, because I don't know. This is where I'm gonna sound ignorant. Who are these people and why are they giving birth underwater and why is the baby underwater? I thought babies need oxygen. And like, does this mean Marvel has their form of Atlanteans? Is that what we're doing? Really? Is that what we're doing? We're doing Atlanteans with Black Panther of all people. Okay? And the reason why that bothers me is one, the Black Panther, I usually, as an animal, correlate with the jungle or trees, not the water. And also, Black Panther usually has concerns with things on land, not the water. Okay. Yeah, so they're bringing Aquaman to Black Panther. All right. I just love the constant imagery of troops. They might be American. They may not be, but just like people pointing guns at black people. It's just, they act like they're subtle, okay? You're not. Okay, this, I think, last time I checked, is Sherry Williams, who is Ironheart, who is the even less creative version of Miles Morales, except instead of Spider-Man, it's Iron Man. I don't like it. Take it back. I want my refund. So there's that. We have Zuri, who I love, but I'm afraid they're gonna ruin. Which I'll say soon. I'll say soon why. So. Yeah, it's like an elf. It's like an elf. It's like an elf. Jason Momoa. Without the tattoos. Oh no. This would be a good idea, just not maybe for Black Panther. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying this is a bad idea, and it's probably from the comics. For Black Panther of all things, I don't. Okay. I guess they think because of royalty that they would clash. Maybe? I don't know.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone.
I don't know what she means by that. With Suri still being alive, so that's not true. This is what I wanted to get to. Chadwick Boseman was a great actor. I have seen him in various films, from the Jackie Robinson film to the James Brown film, this one action film, can't think of it, to Black Panther. When I found out he was playing Black Panther, I thought it was a great choice. I thought, yeah, great idea. It's sad that he died. It's sad that anyone dies younger than they should, which honestly is probably not until their 80s or 90s. I've lost people in my life last year who should not have died so young. Like, I've lost 2 people. So I feel people's pain that Chadwick Boseman is gone. And I get that. And it sucks. It really does. Especially probably to his wife and his kids and his friends. All that saying, and I'm not going to speak for Chadwick because that's rude. I feel like it's even more rude to stop portraying the character T'Challa in Black Panther because Chadwick's gone. Chadwick brought Black Panther to life, but he is not Black Panther. He's Chadwick Boseman. And this is where, with any art form, we have to separate the artist from the art. We've been having this debate since the beginning of time, and definitely with the whole J.K. Rowling thing. But I think it needs to be brought back to the conversation again with Chadwick, because I am upset as a Marvel fan, as a Black Panther fan, that I won't get to see T'Challa in Marvel or MCU anymore because Chadwick is gone. And again, it is very tragic that he is gone. Very tragic. But I think you honor him better by continuing to portray the character he brought to life, not replacing it with Shuri, which I'm pretty sure is what they're doing. Though they don't show her in the costume, I'm gonna put money on that, and I'm broke. I'm gonna put some blackjacks on the table. I don't know how gambling works. That she's going to play Black Panther, and that to me is a spit in the face of the character. Okay. I grew up on the Marvel Assemble cartoon, and I remember Black Panther being one of the coolest superheroes outside of Captain America, Iron Man, Thor. And the reason why is because, unlike everyone else, Black Panther was different because he was royalty. Now, you could argue that Thor is royalty too. I get it. But I saw Thor like a god, which is also cool. He was a superhero and a god. Black Panther was a king and a superhero. He had to deal with diplomatic and royalty and politics on top of being a superhero. Just like Tony's a businessman and had to deal with business and policies on top of being a superhero. Same thing with T'Challa. Also, T'Challa was probably the most wisest, level-headed, logical, rational person in the room when it came to the Avengers debating things. Which is why I was actually disappointed when he was on Team Iron Man for Civil War. But anyway, and I understand it was because of the misunderstanding in the movie. I get it. That's my opinion. In the cartoon I grew up on, when there was a debate because the Skrulls were infiltrating the Avengers, Black Panther was rational enough to know that this was not going to be solved by fighting each other. So he went back to Wakanda to protect his people. And I think he was one of the last people who didn't get mixed up with the Skrull, and he was actually able to defeat the Skrull who was pretending to be him or something like that. I don't know. I haven't watched this since I was a kid. But the point is, I thought T'Challa was so cool because he was one of the most level-headed Avengers there was. You would go to him for advice or wisdom outside of Captain America. And the idea that this character is not going to continue to be portrayed in the MCU, even though the MCU sucks, so maybe it's a good thing, is very disappointing to me. Is very disappointing. Like I said, I'm wearing my Black Panther t-shirt, and I didn't even put this poster trailer in my thumbnail. I put the cartoon version that I grew up on because that's the one that is for me. Again, I'm sorry if people are offended by it, but also it's my opinion, so go choke. Chadwick Boseman, I'm grateful that he brought Black Panther to the screen. I'm just sad that people are now using his death as an excuse to replace T'Challa with Shuri, and also make this movie kind of like very pro-feminist. I'm getting that vibe because there's a lot of the female characters kind of taking the focus of this film, I'm guessing. And I think that's silly. I think it's funny that even when it comes to black people, the second that there's a chance to promote black women nowadays, not back in the day, but nowadays, they'll do that over a black man. And I think that's also very unfortunate. You know, and these are my opinions. And you can't fight me because I'm black, or sort of, half, whatever. Anyway, those are my thoughts. You can disagree with me, chat. It's okay. I still love you, okay? And I have nothing against Chadwick Boseman, okay? I have literally nothing against him. But I have everything against Marvel Studios using his Twitter to promote this film. Gross. And also replacing the character he brought to the screen in the first place. I honestly think that if, like, Tom Holland unfortunately got into an accident and died or something, they would replace Spider-Man. I really do think they would do that. I no question, especially since they keep doing it anyway. So I find it very hard to believe that they couldn't replace Chadwick with another actor. And that's also not fair to a black actor to succeed and get recognized for his acting talent to play T'Challa. Like, that's not fair. Like, you just got rid of someone else's possible acting career. So good job for that. So much for inclusivity, diversity, and, you know, fight the power. Okay. Anyway. Well, you guys are discussing the comics, so I'll let you guys be. I feel like I'm not even involved in my own chat. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, those are my thoughts. And it doesn't matter, really, my thoughts, even if someone disagrees watching this live stream, because they've already made this film. This is what the trailer's showing us. The film's already made. It's in post-production, probably now being edited, sound effects, whatever. I'm not going to go see it. I'm probably not going to see any Marvel films. I accidentally watched Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness with my family, and I regret it because it made me realize, wow, Marvel really is dying. Like, this movie is garbage. Like, this is embarrassing. So I'm probably not going to watch this or anything superhero involved. But I can't wait for Dune 2. Can't wait for that. So that's cool.
Have I not given everything?
Yeah, they like purposely didn't show who's in the suit, but I'm pretty sure it's Shuri. Zuri. Sorry, I keep saying her name wrong. Apologies. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I think I didn't like Killmonger as a villain. One, he's not in the film enough for me to care or empathize with him. Two, his reasoning, his mentality is so stupid and childlike. Like it's so easy to break apart like his mindset that you're just like, this is stupid. But at least like I guess it kind of made sense, his connection to T'Challa being his cousin and everything. Not saying it always has to run in the family, because it really doesn't. I think my whole thing is, I always figured that Black Panther would go up against other villains that fit within either that culture or just aesthetic. So I was more hoping that like Kraven the Hunter would like come across Black Panther or something, you know? And maybe that's like too on the nose, I don't know. But I didn't expect Aquaman, not Aquaman, to be fighting the Wakandans. I didn't see that one coming. So at least Disney got me there. Marvel, whatever, they're the same thing. Yeah, I just don't really care for it. And I personally, I really just think what they should have done, instead of trying to make a whole different film last second, is just reshoot scenes but with the new actor as T'Challa. I don't see how that wouldn't have been better than trying to make now a whole new film and just like say, oh, T'Challa died off screen somewhere, or he got coronavirus or something. Like, what? What? It's so disrespectful to the character. I'm so sad. I'm sad. Guys, I'm sad. I think after this, I'm going to just be beyond sad, because She-Hulk's next, and I'm not prepared for this. Alright, let's see. Ah! I'm sorry. I can't see because the chat's in my way. I'll get rid of it later. It's fine. Alright, last one is She-Hulk. I watched the teaser trailer. Alright, so let me say this before I get started on the trailer. My two favorite female superheroes from the cartoons, and probably comics when I have a chance to read them, growing up, was Hawkgirl from DC and She-Hulk from Marvel. I liked them. I don't know. I felt like they were a bit different and somehow not as popular as like Wonder Woman and Black Widow or something. I don't know how my brain worked back then. And I think I did watch the Hulk cartoon with She-Hulk a little bit. And I liked her because when she's Jen, she's kind of like timid, and I guess not even introverted, just like timid. And then when she's She-Hulk, she's more confident in herself, and just like she takes up the room, literally. But I just really liked the fact that in many ways, Jen learned to love being the Hulk more than Bruce Banner, ironically. And becoming She-Hulk, Jen kind of became more sure of herself, which I thought was cool. If they ever make a Hawkgirl movie, just know that you'll probably never see me again. But anyway, back to She-Hulk. I thought it would have been cool, like I said before, if what they did is that She-Hulk is an attorney, or Jennifer is an attorney, who's helping civilians who have been basically more or less screwed over some way, shape, or form from collateral damage, lost loved ones, whatever. Basically what Civil War brought up with the whole, the Sokovia Accords, which are BS, by the way. Just stupid. Even though Cap won the fight with Iron Man, he didn't actually win. I realized that. This is how sneaky the movie makers are. He didn't actually win because the Sokovia Accord still exists now, which is just... Anyway, I feel like what she would do is like she would either defend the superheroes or defend the civilians against the superheroes, and that could kind of be a cool thing. Basically doing what I guess Daredevil would do on a higher scale, maybe something like that. Which, by the way, Daredevil is now officially in the MCU because he was in Spider-Man No Way Home, and it was the same actor from the show. So they just want to keep ruining good, decent things because that show was actually really good. Anyway, that's not what we got. What we got is this, and I hate it.
Wow! Jeez, what the hell, man?
Still in control, no overwhelming feelings of rage.
No, a normal amount of rage.
You do revert back to Gen form when you sleep.
Was the air horn really necessary?
Okay. So people were saying that the CGI doesn't look great. I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to talk about the CGI much. What I will talk about is that I don't understand why her hair changes longer, but then like retracts when she's human. I'm pretty sure Jennifer and She-Hulk both had long hair. It's just Jennifer put it in a bun, I think. Another thing is I don't like that She-Hulk is like not buff enough, which I know people are already going to go spaz on in Twitter. I don't mean buff like she doesn't look like a whammon. I mean like she doesn't exactly look like a female MMA fighter either. And I feel like it would have been smarter for them to not use CGI, but just to hire a different actress who looks similar to the actress who plays Jen, who's actually a female MMA fighter. So all they have to do is maybe just make her muscles a slightly bigger. Versus this, to me, like her arm size, if I freeze this, it looks no different than my arm size. And I'm a toothpick. Like I have a little muscle, but it's not that serious. Like, somehow she's not buff enough? I never thought I would say that. Like, am I the only crazy person?
Sorry.
For comedy, absolutely.
Like, look at the Hulk. Like, compared to Mark Wahlberg, like, yeah, buff. But, like, it doesn't feel the same way for She-Hulk. And I know women's muscles aren't the same as men. I know. Shush. I went to biology class. But, I don't know. She still looks like a toothpick. Even as She-Hulk. I don't even know if people are really bringing up that frustration, but I am.
This is a multi-year journey you're about to embark on.
Okay, that one was better. That shot was better. Maybe it was the shot. Yeah, that's better.
Who's your best friend?
Nikki.
Spandex. Spandex is your best friend. Being a Hulk asks for balance. You have so...
I don't... Like, I agree that she ended up liking being a Hulk more than Bruce Banner, but I don't like this immediate Captain Marvel vibe going on here, where she's immediately better than Bruce, especially when Bruce has been the Hulk for, like, so long. Like, so long. Like, not just the actor, but just, like, the character has just been the Hulk so much longer. Okay. Core all over again.
So much more to learn. Yes!
So I'm clearly nailing it at all these things.
If you want to go back to your life as a lawyer, I respect that.
He doesn't mean that.
Oh, no. We are not doing the Deadpool thing again and again and again. No. I think I saw somewhere on Twitter where, like, she used to talk to the screen or she would break the fourth wall. And it's like, so would Spider-Man. But, like, I don't care anymore. I don't want them breaking the fourth wall. The wall is there to protect me. And you're violating that. And I feel invaded with green beans. Get away from me. I don't care how strong you are. Get out of my face. I don't want her breaking the fourth wall. Also, she's not fun. Like, She-Hulk was, like, sexy and charismatic and flirtatious, you know? I'm not getting that. I'm just getting, like, I don't see what's so difficult about this. Am I right? It's like, no. I don't understand this thing with female characters no longer being sensual or sexy or flirtatious anymore. Like, they're all just snooty, mean, or bland. I don't understand the lack of charisma anymore. Like, it's just dead. Again, The Authentic Observer talks about this in, I think, the same Galadriel video about the attack or the desecration of femininity or something like that. Definitely go watch it. Because sensuality is also dying with female characters for some reason I don't understand.
More and more eccentric superhumans are coming out of the woodwork. We're going to launch a division for them. And I want the She-Hulk to be the face of it. Jennifer.
Oh god, that CGI did look bad. Okay, I'm not an expert, but that one did look bad. Okay.
I have a serious conflict of interest. This man tried to kill my cousin, Bruce.
Yeah, that's quite all right.
Oh.
Okay, that CGI does look bad. Alright, you know what? They should have done more practical effects for her. Like they did, I think, in the 80s? 90s? Whatever. I'm not sure. I've just seen clips of it. I didn't grow up on it. I grew up on the cartoon. Yeah. No, the CGI looks bad. Never mind. Okay, I was wrong.
People only care because I'm representing Emil Blonsky.
I think they care because they're like, hey, that girl's green.
Jen, do your thing.
God, I really like this outfit.
I'm not proud of this.
Miss Walters, we answer to a higher power. Our universe is on the edge of a precipice.
Why are there so many characters in this one show? And they're not even, it's not even a good concept. So now she's the defendant of villains? Is that what I'm getting? I might be wrong. She's defending villains of all people, not superheroes like Daredevil or civilians like Daredevil. Like, the dude has the word devil in his name, but he's more of an angel than this chick. I don't understand this. Why? Why would she agree to this? Why would the government... you know what? Actually, take that question back. That has an answer. Really? And now we have Wong in this? Which, by the way, side rant. I don't like that Wong is somehow the Sorcerer Supreme in Doctor Strange 2, which is what I'm going to call it from now on. But Doctor Strange isn't the Sorcerer Supreme by now? Can someone explain that to me? Someone explain to me how Doctor Strange, who I remember in the cartoon being the Sorcerer Supreme, isn't the Sorcerer Supreme by his own sequel film. But it's Wong. Really? Really? Anyway, I hate that movie.
I am a lawyer. We do things by the book.
The Book of Ashanti.
No, the Book of American laws.
That CGI looks shit.
Whether you like it or not, you're now a superhero.
Let's do this. You know that friend you had in high school who was way cooler than you were, attractive, got all the attention from everyone? Hello.
I think I'm jealous. Is that what I'm feeling?
was perfect timing. No woman, no cry. This looks like dog shit. It really does. It's so disrespectful to She-Hulk. There's so much more to her character, and I feel like this version of her is so shallow and arrogant without any of like reason to even be arrogant. There looks to be no character arc. Like, it's not like Jen starts out being very insecure and learns to love herself and be her best self or something like that, which could teeter on annoying, but at least it's something. Like, I don't sense a character arc with her, like something she needs to overcome. Like, it's like for female characters, we don't get Tony Starks. We don't get arrogant people who learn to be less arrogant. We don't get Captain Americas, people who are so idealistic and learn to be a bit more realistic and cynical. Thor, people who are arrogant and have to learn to be humbled. We just don't get that anymore. It's like only the men get to be humbled. Women don't get to be humbled. Women don't learn things, which somehow is supposed to be not offensive. I don't understand this anymore. Like, this is so stupid.
Wow! Jesus, what the hell, man?
Still in control, no overwhelming feelings of rage.
No! A normal amount of rage!
You do remember.
Like, yeah, I remember She-Hulk being in more control of her Hulk side, rage, whatever. But she's also, I remember her still having her personality. Like, she sounds like a loud bird. Make it stop. Shoot it.
Bird back to Gen form when you sleep.
Was the air horn really necessary?
For comedy, absolutely. This is a multi-year journey you're about to embark on.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's your best friend?
Nikki.
Spandex. Spandex is your best friend. Being a Hulk asks for better.
Erica, I just read your comment about the Sorcerer Supreme. Thank you. That is a reason, but I'm still calling bullshit. Because the writers could have come up with something else. Clearly, they don't respect the characters they have anymore. But thank you for explaining at least why, even if I think that's stupid. See, this is the thing I don't think, and I'm not talking about you, Erica. I love you. This is the thing I think some people don't understand when defending the garbage of Marvel nowadays, including this show, is that writers, we come up with everything. It's crazy. We create worlds, we create rules, standards, stories. So if something happens in a story, it doesn't automatically mean that it's okay, moral, or rational. Especially when the writer has made it clear, hopefully, of the consistency or what's the right word? Dependability of the fabric and physics and rules of the world they've created. Now, of course, the writers are adapting from the comics, but nonetheless, I still think it's utter BS that Doctor Strange is not a Sorcerer Supreme. Especially when he seems to show more magical abilities in both films than Wong. Like, he takes more risks and actually performs more magic than Wong. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, just because a writer says the sky is green, even though they already had their characters acknowledge that it's blue and now they say it's green, doesn't make it green. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, as a writer myself, I will not excuse writers so easily. You know, when I watch a bad movie, I don't blame the actor first. I don't blame the composer first or the editor. I blame the writer first, then the director, then the producer. Those three people I blame first, especially the writer, because you were the one who started this story in the first place and more or less saw it all the way through and never thought, you know what? Back to the writing room.
Balance. You have so...
Okay, it makes no sense that she just can do that when Jennifer probably definitely can't do that. Like, She-Hulk was stronger than Jennifer and, you know, had certain abilities, but doing something like that requires practice. Practice that even She-Hulk would have to do. I just... I'm not gonna say the word, but it rhymes with Carrie Moo.
So much more to learn. Yes!
So I'm clearly nailing it at all of these things.
Clearly, because you're a Carrie Moo. Say achoo.
If you want to go back to your life as a lawyer, I respect that.
He doesn't mean that.
I still hate the fourth wall. It lived and died with Deadpool. Let it just stay with Deadpool, please. Of all people to break the fourth wall, it's not Spider-Man, it's She-Hulk. I don't care if it's in the comics. I already told you, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
More and more eccentric superhumans are coming out of the woodwork. We're going to launch a division for them. And I want the She-Hulk to be the face of it.
Jennifer Waters.
Namaste.
I have a serious conflict of interest. This man tried to kill my cousin, Bruce.
Yeah, that's quite all right.
Oh. People only care because I'm representing Emil Blonsky. I think they care because they're like, hey, that girl's green.
Also, she's upset that people care about her because she's more or less, I think, defending a villain. And that's bothering her because they don't care about her. And not the fact that, like, they probably think she's a bad person. The way people didn't like the lawyers of Amber Heard. I mean, I don't necessarily care for any lawyers who are usually the defenders of somewhat immoral people. I also understand that lawyers have a job to do, but I think they also kind of get to pick their clients sometimes. So, anyway, I still think this whole idea is so silly. Oh my god, that CGI looks bad. It's such a dumb idea. Like I said, it would have been smarter if She-Hulk was defending civilians against superheroes. That would have made it more interesting and complicated. Or maybe, like, She-Hulk is trying to be an attorney, but just like Daredevil, realizes the law can only help people so much. So as Jennifer, she's a lawyer, and at night, she's She-Hulk. Something like that. I don't know. Any of these would have been better situations than what they've given us now. That we now have to bleed our eyes with.
Jen, do your thing. God, I really like this outfit. I'm not proud of this.
Also, I find it very hard to believe that as the amount of difference of mass between Jennifer and She-Hulk is enough that she would more or less break that suit. Most of the suit. And I'm not saying they have to show her butt naked or something. But there should have already been a case scenario where she tried to shift and then she realizes, like, oh crap, I need clothes that are stretchier, or I need to wear baggy clothes from now on, because when I shift, I like double, triple in size, and that is bound to rip clothes. Pretty sure. not an expert in fashion, clothing, whatever, mass expansion, but I'm pretty sure that's what would happen. And I think that's what happened in the cartoons, which is why She-Hulk's fashion was different from Jennifer's. And probably also why She-Hulk didn't necessarily wear as much clothes as Jennifer, because the only clothes she could wear half the time, they had to be able to fit her. Okay. Anyway, we're almost done.
Miss Walters, we answer to a higher power, our universe.
Jesus. I just had to put that in. What, my master? You talking about Jesus? Yes. Sanctified and baptized. No, I'm kidding.
Is on the edge of a precipice.
I am a lawyer. We do things by the book.
How is it the villain CGI looks better than hers? Is it because they copied it from the original film? Is that what they did? And then they like almost, I guess, started over with her or something? Like, how do you mess up this bad? Like, she's the main character and she has the worst CGI. How do you mess that up so bad? Oh my gosh.
The Book of Ashanti.
No, the Book of American Laws.
It's not funny, but we've already talked about that Marvel thinks that it should be a laughing stock. And somehow we're not supposed to laugh at it. We're supposed to laugh with them, but we're just laughing at them.
Whether you like it or not, you're now a superhero.
Let's do this.
I know it's a trailer, but I feel like you should at least give us a tease of a good action scene. Like most action films nowadays that are still decent, like Mission Impossible or whenever John Wick comes out. And we didn't get any of that. We got cuts and barely see who's fighting what, and is that a green arm or is that Green Giant? I don't know.
You know that friend you had in high school who was way cooler than you were, attractive, got all the attention from everyone? Hello.
I think I'm jealous. Is that what I'm feeling?
This looks so bad. It looks so bad. And I'm sad. I'm very sad. This has made me more sad than I already am. Oh my gosh, my cat is passed out on the floor. Oh god. Erica said, I also feel bad for CG artists. They apparently aren't given enough time to make effects look as good as they want, which is why modern CGI doesn't look as good as some CGI from 15, 20 years ago. They're also overworked and underpaid from my understanding. The problem is they get the bulk of the blame when I think the fault really lies with the people in charge of them. You're right, Erica. And you know what? Let me change. To be honest with you, I'm not even upset with the CGI people from the get-go, but let me make it more clear here. I'm not upset with the CGI people. They, just like the film score people, the actors, they're near the bottom of people I'm gonna blame. First people I blame is the writers, the directors, and the producers. The producers, which also happen to be Marvel Studios. I blame them. This is all on them. Not that they're gonna face much consequences unless everybody decides to just stop watching Marvel and then they bleed money, which they may be doing now. I can't tell because they keep producing this garbage, but they even had the logo. Okay, sorry. But they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. So here we are. Sorry. Ooh, I'm a little delirious. This has fried my brain. Yeah, they're not gonna do that, and here we are with absolute garbage, and I'm beyond disappointed. I look forward to Jay Longbone, ripping, the TV show anew, and anybody else who also does that, but this is disgusting. It really is. From Lord of the Rings to Marvel to DC, nobody seems to really, in Hollywood, they don't care about their fans. They don't care about stories, which is, in my opinion, is the most important thing compared to the fan base, is that you at least do a good story. There are plenty of people who read Lord of the Rings and they don't like the Lord of the Rings movies. I used to be friends with those people. I am no longer friends with them. That's not why, but you get what I'm saying. Then, you know, you have comic book fans who don't like the Marvel films. And that's fine too. Everybody has a right to their opinion. But there still has to be a bit of objectiveness when it comes to quality, especially when it comes to stories. And we're not getting that. And as a writer myself, it's very frustrating to watch studios burn money on stories and not hire people who actually have a talent for storytelling and a passion for it. So really just my suggestion, just like in my previous video about live action Disney, is just to support independent storytellers, you know, indie studios, things like that. I know Eric July, aka Young Ripper, I used to follow him a lot, but I just got so depressed from him continuing to inform me that, like, comic book movies and stuff are just dead. So I kind of took a break from him, but I think it's very cool that he created his own comic book business and his own comics, and he was able to raise more than enough of the money that he wanted to raise for it. I think that's dope. Can't relate, but that's so cool. That's what people just need to do, is support people who actually give a damn about stories and care the most about the craft. People don't care about the craft anymore, and it's sad. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts, or not, you know. It's up to you. Do what you want, do what you like. Again, at the beginning of the stream, I was sharing music by Electro Couture, aka Joey. Link is in the description of this video, aka live stream. Check him out. He's cool. He's a DJ in New Jersey, trying to make his own way like the rest of us. So definitely check him out. As always, you can support me with the links in the description of this live stream. Much appreciated. And yeah, don't forget to like and comment and whatnot. The one live stream video I did, my dislike ratio is quite high and the comments are not nice, but it's whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm more just tired of annoying people still talking about it, because it's just like, I've moved on. I don't know why you're... Okay, whatever, it's fine. Anything else I meant to mention? I think that's basically it for now. I'm trying to work on a maybe Marvel dissection, sort of. Like, my thoughts on how Marvel is dead after watching this Doctor Strange film and stuff. I don't know if I'll still make it, but we'll see. I have videos in the works. I just try to do live streams here and there so I can hang out with you guys and procrastinate making videos. So I hope it's working. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching, and much love. And yeah, Marvel's dead. DC's dead. Movies are dead. So it's great. It's great. I'm gonna go watch YouTube now because that's all I do nowadays. So bye. Love you. Bye bye.